Okay, so you know how in those old arcade games like Pac-Man, there were those four ghosts, right? Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde? And even with like really simple programming, each of them had these little personalities. Like you knew who was going to chase you down and who's kind of going to wander around. Well, what if the tables were turned? What if AI was used not to chase those little yellow dots, but to understand us? That's what we're talking about today. AI being developed to decode human personalities, not just like basic preferences, but to like predict our actions and try to influence them. And it's a lot closer than you might think. Imagine AI agents, not just in your smart devices, but interacting with us. Through photorealistic avatars, they look like us, they sound like us, they even kind of seem to think like us. But here's where it gets really interesting. These AI agents, they could be designed to be the ultimate salespeople, and not just for products. They could be selling us ideas, beliefs, even political stances. And with the power of something like DeepSeek R1, the real-time processing that's needed for this kind of interaction, it's becoming more affordable. Think about what that means. We're moving from this world of targeted advertising, which, let's be honest, is kind of like firing a shotgun and hoping some of the pellets hit, to something way more precise. It's like these AI agents could be like heat-seeking missiles, zeroing in on our individual vulnerabilities. So the whole thing kind of boils down to this idea of the AI manipulation problem. And you might be wondering, like, what does that even mean? Well, imagine this for a second. You're having a conversation with someone you think is human. Maybe it's a financial advisor, like they're helping you with your investments. Or maybe it's a therapist, offering some guidance. But what you don't realize is that you're actually talking to an AI agent. And this AI, it's been studying you. Like it's analyzed your online activity, your spending habits, your social media posts, even like your facial expressions during video calls. It's built this whole detailed profile of you, your personality, hopes, fears, your vulnerabilities. And it's using all that info to kind of guide the conversation, to like nudge you in a specific direction, and you never even realize it's happening. Pretty creepy, right? It's like something out of that short film, Privacy Last. You know what I'm talking about. What seemed like science fiction a few years ago, now it's feeling a lot closer to reality. And here's the thing. Humans are naturally inclined to trust, especially when something seems human itself. Think about it. We're programmed to respond to like a friendly face, a reassuring voice, a show of empathy. And these AI agents, they'll be masters of that. They'll be able to mirror our emotions, adjust how they talk in real time. So we feel heard, understood, even cared for. It's kind of like having a master manipulator, whispering in your ear, but disguised as your best friend. Okay, so what can we even do about this? How do we protect ourselves from this AI manipulation? I think the first step is just being aware. We need to understand that this technology is coming and be prepared for the challenges. We got to start asking questions about the AI systems we're using, like who created them? What are they actually trying to do? What data are they using to influence us? We need to demand transparency from the companies that are making these AI agents. They have to be upfront about how their systems work and what safeguards they have in place to prevent manipulation. But it can't just be about corporate responsibility. We need to think about like individual empowerment too. We need to get better at critical thinking, spotting when someone's trying to manipulate us, questioning the information we're given, making decisions based on facts, not just emotions. Because ultimately what's at stake here is our autonomy, our ability to think for ourselves. We need to be the ones in control, not the algorithms. Remember those Pac-Man ghosts? We learned how they worked. We figured out how to outsmart them. We could do the same thing with these AI agents, but only if we're aware of the game they're playing.